Well, Rich, congratulations through to the second round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. What's your thoughts on that performance?
I thought it was really gritty from our girls. Obviously, it became more difficult than what we would want it to be, going down to 10. But we've been fortunate in as much as we've had these difficulties before at the end of last season against Maidenhead and against MAP. And the girls are pretty prepared if we go down to 10, how we can play and then counter off of our shape and be disciplined. So yeah, it just turned into a gritty performance in the end. And before that, I thought we were the more dominant side, but they were a difficult opponent and they worked really, really hard. So everyone seems pretty pleased with the win. And like sometimes doing something the hard way feels even better, doesn't it?
Gritty performance. I think you had to put one of them in against Actonians as well. You were very much up against it in the second half and you had to be resilient. Did you see elements of the Actonians' performance in today as well?
I've said before, we're a team that if it comes down to a bit of a fight, we've got the physicality, we can do that as well, and we can put the work in. But yeah, we've got quality to play too. So it's pleasing for me that we've got both those aspects, because there's going to be times when you need both of those. So yeah, no, you can see the togetherness in the group and the fact that they want to fight for each other and work hard for each other. You saw that at Actonians last week, and you've seen it today, against Dulwich.
Just want to talk about being down to 10 players. You talked in pretty much about how difficult Dulwich were going to be and how they're potentially in a false position considering the opponents they've played so far this season, but going down to 10 players made that so much harder as well. Did you see elements of what you expected from Dulwich as well? Yeah,
obviously they had more chance to be on the ball and dictate from their back line. Once we got into a situation of being down to down to 10, we couldn't obviously pressure their back line so much. I thought their number 8, I don't know who she is, but I thought she was excellent, and she was probably the instigator of most of the danger that they could create. But yeah, good side, the fought right to the end, and yeah, so really pleasing to get through against a good side.
Going down to 10 players presented a bit of a change for Sarah King, filling in at left back, who was really resilient at left back as well.
Yeah, she's just honestly, you could play Sarah pretty much anywhere on the pitch. She's just a really tidy footballer. She's really honest. She's got great control. She doesn't do anything rash, and I thought she did excellent when she was in that position, which is why it's my immediate thought. Reaction to do that, and then she settled into it really well, and so we just left her there.
And then when you're trying to control tempo and you're trying to hold on to 1-0 leads as well, Hannah Cox providing all of that tempo change as well and slowing down the game as well.
Yeah, she's an experienced player, and also we bring Sahara on as well. It's just somebody that's got a good voice and will talk and is experienced and knows what needs to be done. We'll move the line up when it needs to be moved up, and so I thought both of them showed their experience this afternoon. Like you say, Coxie falling on her saves and just taking a little bit of time, but it's all part of the game, isn't it?
And then I want to talk about Taylor McDonald, the goal scorer, the only goal scorer this afternoon, but player of the match as well. How impressed were you with her goal, but also her performance?
Yeah, I think Taylor's got excellent delivery. I've said before, all of her sort of set pieces or dead ball, it's no accident she's good, because she practices. She practices independently. She'll go off, on a 3G pitch or a field somewhere, and she does it constantly, and she always has done. It's all to do with her ball mastery and her tricks and the things that she can do. So she'll continue to get better as a player because she practices independently. The amazing thing about Taylor is the tougher the test gets, the better she is. And if anything, I'm pushing her and telling her that in the games when we're a bit more dominant, that she can do more, because when it gets really difficult, you see how good she is. And I would say she's probably one of the most underrated players in our league. She didn't really get too much of the plaudits, but you'll notice last year she was our players' player, and she rarely gives the ball away, does her defensive work. She's an excellent player, and one that is just so consistent with it.
We talk about the mood in the dressing room. The tunnel has been loud with excitement. You're through to the second round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. What does that mean to the players?
Yeah, it means everything. We've got lofty goals, and we're on a good run, and we want to maintain it. And it's all the FA Cup's an exciting competition. We want to be there in the draw. We don't want to be watching other teams in the draw, and we know we're a decent side, and we can give most teams that are in it at the moment a good game. We want to do that. We want those experiences and those opportunities from both the cups, really, to test herself against good sides. And yeah, so the players are delighted. We're literally now, celebrations stopped. We're total focus on Tuesday night. Girls are ice bathing and having some fun with that. And nutrition's on point. So yeah, it's a good spirit in there. It's a good dressing room we've got anyway, and it's in a good mood at the moment.
Well, you took my next question right out of my mouth. I don't normally like moving on to another fixture, but it only feels right because you've got a really busy week upcoming. In a couple of days, you'll face Bristol Rovers, which will probably be one of the tougher tests in the league, but then you've got Worthing on Sunday as well, so a really busy upcoming week.
Yeah, it's just non-stop at the moment, but it's good because it means we're in the Cups. It means that we've got those games, and Sunday, Tuesday is tough. It's a tough ask, but the players are in good shape as a result of Eve and her work, and we've pre-planned exactly what we're going to do to help the players recover and make sure that they're in good shape for Tuesday, a game again that they're not going to need motivating for.